Thank you so much, Program Director, Commissar Matiase. May I once more extend our heartfelt appreciation and regards to Pastor Sita for allowing us to be here and to interact with various stakeholders who have come to make meaningful and useful contribution in the mining and construction consultative meeting as we seek to be made wiser, as we seek to get to be shaped by the thinking of our people, as we seek to be guided by the aspirations, by the fears, by the wishes, by the demands of our people, that He has allowed us to come in this house of our God, in this holy place. Thank you so much, Pastor. May I also thank the provincial leadership by being here, by leading us and inspiring us in the words that they've expressed and everything that they continue to do in their collective effort to make our organization better and different. Really, we are to watch about the inquiry. We are about both. Whether you are from any party, this is an open process forum. Even if you are from the ANC, the Former Liberation Movement, you are most welcome. Your inputs are important. What matters most to us is not the flag or the t-shirts you wear, the flag you waist up, but is your skin, but is the position you hold in society as part and member of the working class persons in this country. Me le tla tsa tsohle seo le di buileng mo e le dillo tsa lena re bona hore di tsenya yang mo elections manifesto ya rena ya lekgotla la economic freedom fighters. Di le dillo tseo tsohle la ka social and labor plans tsa di mine tse di mining di shumisang go thola mining rights for it. Di mine tse di shumisa social and labor plans for purposes of getting these mining rights. And once they have been granted mining rights and mining licenses, they turn against the communities which one of the fighters referred to here as hosting communities. And we are saying that must come to an end. And we are going to use our legal and political presence in Parliament to ensure that the social labor plan framework is revised and ensure that those who apply for mining rights are compelled by law to meet the obligations and the promises they make in the social labor plans of communities where these mines are found. The Mineral Resource and Petroleum Development Act provides explicitly what mining companies must do once they have acquired mining rights. The question is, what is it that the Department of Mineral Resources does to enforce the Mineral and Petroleum Resource Development Act? The answer is there's nothing other than to enable looting and collaboration between these mining companies and the politicians who are an elite that has emerged from amongst the ranks of the black people since 1994, who maintains parasitic relationship between themselves and these companies that enrich these political elites at the expense of the people that they claim to represent. We are saying that must come to an end. We are saying we will demand that companies must open their books for communities in which they do mining. It must be legally enforceable that these companies must open their books on annual basis so that communities can have access to the profit these companies make every year. To disclose which political elites are partners in these companies. We'll demand that there must be a non-negotiable clause in the social labor plan that a certain percentage of profits generated from these mines should go to communities in which these mines are found. Comrades and fighters, we stand here and all of this was confirmed by your inputs. We face on a daily basis state bullying and corporate bullying. Whenever we lead protests to demand transformation and equitable access and distribution of the benefits and profit that is extracted from the mines, the state uses its police and military muscle to intimidate our people. And the corporate companies, in collaboration with the state, uses all forms of manner of suppression, intimidation, through security companies to intimidate and silence our people. We need a new democratic people-centered state at municipal level. We need a new democratic people-centered democratic state at municipal level. If we fail to change, those who are in charge of our municipalities will forever, again and again, yes to the community that you are doing business. Do you have a plan to ensure that unemployment is reduced? Do you have a plan that will ensure that it integrates women into business opportunities both down and upstream in your operations? Plan permanent clinics, libraries, areas for recreation, parks, and all those important infrastructure development for our people. If you don't have all of these in your social labor plan, you are not going to get mining rights. If Utlamona with Patrick Mutsepe as your business partner, if Utlamona with France, people who are friends of President Cyril Ramaphosa, you are not going to get anything. We better not have our mines mined, our resources extracted and taken away from us than to allow anyone else to do business here. You will do business in our terms, under our conditions. Kiseta bo esibuwa ki meyara wa EFF. Aetsa go dintho di emetse kgekgenene. O se ka nna le movement, and you will be having a campaigning EFF that mobilizes the community around that mayor. So, we use our presence in Parliament to ensure that there's recognition of host communities who hold title deeds, but they've got no control over land. So it's important that, comrades, in all what we do, we internalize the 7 non-negotiable cardinal pillars of the EFF and understand their interconnectivity, how they are connected. One of the first pillars of the EFF is nationalization of land without compensation for equitable redistribution in use. How is it linked with nationalization of mines, banks and other strategic sectors of the economy. It's linked because even if a hosting community may have title deed, that title deed is as good as nothing, because the land is not owned by the state, so that the state can discipline and force private companies to respect our people. Once land is expropriated, nationalization will be able to take place of mines and ensure that mining companies respect our laws and respect our people. Nationalization of mines will lead into massive protection of industrial development to create millions of sustainable jobs, including the introduction of minimum wages in order to close the wage gap between the rich and the poor. Expropriation of land without compensation alongside nationalization of the mines will ensure that there is massive investment in the development of the African economy, so that whatever we do here benefit us first and foremost, but also benefit our brothers and sisters in Zimbabwe, in Swaziland, in Mozambique, in Lesotho, in Botswana, and everywhere else. And it will ensure that as all of this happens, through having built state and government capacity, we're able to provide free quality education, healthcare, houses and sanitation, and running water. On daily basis, as we think about what must happen here, because this area, Fetakgomo Tubatse, if you have not realized this, when Gauteng, Johannesburg was discovered more than 150 years ago, it was discovered because something important was discovered in that place. That's why the area was called Gauteng. And that was gold. So, now today here in our area, the world has discovered chrome and platinum. And that places this area at the center of not only local or international or local or national development, but at the center of international development world over. Because out of chrome and platinum, companies produces important component parts that goes into manufacturing, that goes into vehicle and car manufacturing, and other important commodities. We need a high road, a freeway, e tloang ko Polokwane, e tshwanang ko Lydenburg. E seng se se dirwang ke masepala wa Fetakgomo Tubatse, wa fatafata, mona le mane ho pesha tsela ena e tloang ko Polokwane. We need a free highway. E tla kgona go rwala ditraka tse tsamayang mo. Re hloka railway